Hi, this is Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, here to fix you and help you grow your property and your business affairs to the next level. So if you're looking for knowledge and insights about how to get involved in property, solve your problems about scalability in your property business, then do watch our 20-minute clips. We've taken them from hundreds and, well, thousands of videos that we've taken over the last 6 months, and we've broken them into simple chunks which can make them useful for you. So do watch and do subscribe to our YouTube channel underneath as well.
Excelente, excelente. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
Yes. And today's topic, I shall try and get it from the team here. What's the topic? So obviously, topic is quite technical. It's how landlords and tenants are using data-driven what? Data-driven strategies. So basically what he's saying is that tenants and landlords are somewhat relying upon technical data to somehow try to derive strategies. But strategies for what? Is that for property? Right. Right. They're using data-driven strategies to counter the negative effects of COVID. And I don't know what that means, but I will leave it to you, Lakhi Singh, because you're the expert. We are merely the minions supporting your wisdom. You're the oracle of knowledge. So, yeah, how are landlords and tenants using data-driven information to counter the negativity of COVID? What do you reckon that topic means? And who is it who's come out with it? Yes.
Very interesting topic, I think.
You just get tired today, Lakhi Singh.
Sorry?
Yeah.
It's a very interesting topic.
Yeah, so I'm saying, I reckon we should just get high and say what. Yeah. So give us your input then. What's the weather like there in London, sir?
It's snowing outside.
Who's the guest today? Mandy's the guest today. Is it snowing outside?
Yeah, Mandy's actually waiting in the wings. Shall I get her on?
Yeah, let's get Mandy on. It's snowing outside. It's snow. We have Snow White on with the snow. Mandy, the princess, Snow White. How are you, Mandy?
I'm good, thank you. How are you two this morning?
Yes, we are good. Yes, this morning we have a very difficult topic that's been thrown, and I think we're going to rely on you to help us.
Okay.
How are tenants and landlords using data-driven information to help them from the effects of COVID? What does that mean?
Is that to me or Lucky?
Yes, it's to Mandy, because Mandy, we're asking you the difficult question this morning.
Okay,
you to get your feet under the desk. You have been away from us for so long.
I know,
yes.
I know. Glad to be back.
Mandy. Excelente. Go on then.
No, I can understand why landlords are particularly worried about COVID, because they don't know if they're going to have their job and if they can pay the rent. And landlords are ended up paying out of their own pocket to cover their own payments. So it's getting harder and harder for landlords now. So they're looking at different strategies, which I can understand completely. So it is getting harder and harder, unfortunately.
I've got the saying of the week as well, apparently. learn to turn your wounds into wisdom. Or as would be said, in another far-fetched part of the world, learn to turn your wounds into wisdom. So you can call them wounds, you can call them wounds. How do you turn your wounds into wisdom? Lakhi Singh, question goes to you, sir. Are you turning your wounds into wisdom or wounds into wisdom?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. I think sometimes wounds can be.
Can you hear?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Lakhi Singh. Lakhi Singh, sir.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Loud and clear. I think it's VJ Sal that keeps cutting out like a robot as usual.
VJ Sal's frozen actually. Look, it's the first time I've seen him quiet actually, because normally doesn't get any of the guests to be able to speak.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
You can hear us now. Yes,
you're breaking up a bit, but you're all right.
I said it was the first time ever that any of the guests actually had a chance to speak. So
excellent.
So I was about to say about the wounds. Yes, if you have got a wound, sometimes it can also be a motivator. So it's a bit like being in the jungle. Once you've got a wound, you need to survive. So you still need to eat, still need to breathe, have water. And so having a wound sometimes isn't a bad thing. It does actually put you in a flight or fight mode. But sometimes that can be survival as well. So having a wound can actually probably help to try and get you woken up to smell the coffee sometimes as well, I would say. Yeah.
I think that's it. Mandy, what do you say?
It is the flight or fight situation, definitely. But I think you have to put yourself in difficult situations to get ahead and fight it, because if you stay in the comfort zone, you're not getting anywhere. So in that sense, I would say you've got to get out of your comfort zone, definitely.
Okay, getting out of your comfort zone, that makes sense. Okay. So the other part of today's question is tenants and landlords are using data to counter the negative effects of COVID. So let's find out what type of data from Lakhi Singh. What type of data do you think, Lakhi, in your knowledge, is being used by tenants and landlords? What type of data do you think they're using to counter the negative effects of COVID?
To be honest, I think it's quite a surreal question. I don't know who actually thought of that. Was that you, VJ Sal?
No, I've got some clever guys in the back office who came out with this question. I think they've come out with it because they probably are probably suffering from lockdown fever themselves, and they're trying to work out the stats, how to stay sane in lockdown. Right. I mean, okay, let's try and open the topic up. I think it relates to people using different forms of media or material information that's being viewed by people to keep themselves positive during lockdown. So that they're using or they're relying upon the sources of certain information on the net to establish the best form of therapy, maybe. So they're looking at stats and seeing, well, what is it that people are watching more nowadays to keep themselves entertained or keep themselves motivated. I think that's what could mean. What say you to that, Lakhi Singh? Would that be the case? Is that what people are doing?
I think me and me and Mandy having a private conversation on text. I'm answering your question. Is that why are we live on Facebook today as well? So we've had a problem with my account. It's been disabled for some reason, my Facebook account. So I think
when was that from?
that answer out of the way. Facebook have temporarily disabled all my accounts. I don't know why. So we've done it a couple of times before. I think it's going to get fixed hopefully by tomorrow. So for the moment, we're going to be literally currently on YouTube at the moment, which is not linked to Facebook. So what's going to happen is that we assume. Hold on one sec.
He's gone.
No, he's assuming something. I think he's concentrating on his thoughts. He wants to make the assumption clear. Right, while we're waiting for him to come back, Mandy, give me an understanding. What do you think people are using then? Why do you think people are using data? Why are they using data to somehow negate the, or at least minimize the negative effects of COVID lockdown?
To minimize
it? Yeah, to minimize the effect of lockdown.
Yeah, no, it's to minimize the effect on their business at the end of the day, because they are a business, they're not charity. But I can understand some people have given their properties over to the local council to look after for a certain period to get income in. But yeah, no, it is the risk factors. They've got to weigh up their position and take it from there and go forward. They have to look at the best strategy for them rather than the tenant, even though they will look after the tenant, but it's a two-way conversation. So it's a lot of people are at risk of losing their job as well. So it's not a good situation to be in at the moment.
Do you think there's any light at the end of the tunnel? Do you think things are going to actually get better? Do you think whatever the government's doing is actually to bring the aircraft up from a nosedive, or are they just really just trying to slow down the crash? What do you think that's happening?
I think they're slowing down the crash, definitely. I understand they want to bring the economy back and take things forward and build them back up, obviously. And I've forgotten the train of thought now.
What we're talking about, is it a nosedive or is it really a soft landing? Is what they're trying to do? What are they trying to do? Do you think there's really anything to come out of all of this?
Hopefully, yes. But at the moment, I can't see this going away anytime soon. Definitely be around for another couple of years before it evens out.
Another couple of years.
Yeah, I see it that way, but that's my opinion personally. So,
do you think certain businesses are going to go out of fashion then? Do you think certain businesses are just going to shut down and they won't be around anymore?
Oh, definitely. It's already happening. So,
like what?
You've got your, let me think.
Paper chase.
Oh yeah, those paper chase. Yeah, normal clothing stores. A lot of the stores are closing down because obviously they can't compete with Amazon. If they've got an online presence, yeah, that's great. But a lot of stores are closing down, and plus, when we do come out of lockdown, it won't be the norm. People can't go shopping regularly to normal shops as they used to. So there is that missing element, I guess, that's going to happen.
Okay, Lakhi Singh, do you see yourself buying your lingerie online?
Maybe for his wife.
Well, I didn't say who for. I just said, do you see you buying your lingerie online? That's what I said.
Yeah, when I get for your birthday, I'll be picking some nice lingerie for you.
Why would you be picking up things for Mandy's birthday? We'll
I'm
be
talking
picking
about
things up
your
on my
birthday.
my
Actually,
birthday. Why are you
But
picking
you may
things
not
up on
need
my
lawyers if
birthday?
you're wearing a birthday suit.
Yeah,
BJ, when is your
yeah.
birthday?
When is my birthday?
Yeah.
My birthday is on the 9th of the 11th, 66. So
Oh,
I
okay.
know I don't look it. What I meant to say is 9th of the 11th, 86. Yes. So
Bless
yeah.
you. So we've got
I'm
plenty
sort
of time to. We've got plenty of time to think about your birthday present then.
yeah. So okay, Lakhi Singh, what do you say? Do you think there's going to be certain businesses that are just going to go under? They're not going to be around anymore. We're not going to see. Just for example, we're not going to have any coffee shops around anymore. It's just going to be dispensing machines everywhere. Is it going to be a bit like Total Recall? You are in a driving machine. Which is your next destination? Is it going to be like that? Well, what is it going to be?
Let's do that again.
What is your next destination? You know that robot taxi man that having totally plugs out.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Was that you?
So, no, it wasn't me. I was copying him. But the point is, are there going to be things that are not going to be around anymore, Lakhi? Do you think
Yeah,
that's
I
going to
think
be
we're
one?
going to see a fundamental shift. It is almost going to be like some sort of sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think pretty much a lot of clothes stores would have gone out of business. A lot of it, they're going to have to move online because by the mere fact of being closed down for about a year, and none of them are able to sustain their businesses or trying to go back in. We're going to have a lot more newer businesses coming in, which are funded but got a new concept model, and they're probably going to be very much about shopping online and then going to see something, going to see and actually seeing look and feel of something is going to be a luxury. I don't think that's going to be around as much anymore. Because the cost of actually setting up a business, and that's actually all the really good ones that are out there already, which have got good business models, are the ones that will probably stay because they'll have the money. But anybody that's somewhere in the middle or at the lower end of the market, they're not going to be able to keep up with dealing with their costs and staff costs and their fixed costs and variable costs. I think they're pretty much going to go out of business. So I think you're probably going to get only 20% of the market around for fashion.
Yeah, but
anyway.
I mean, surely for the minions, for the people who are, just about making ends meet, those people who are on low salaries, those people who are on benefits or income support, etc. For those people, there's got to be some sense of shopping or items available that they can look, feel, and touch, rather than everything being online, because they probably won't be able to afford buying in that way, so they're buying everything online. Don't you think there's going to be something still left there? What do you say, Mandy? Do you think there's going to be some essence of, an underworld? There's going to be a world, and then there's going to be a level 2 world, which is the cheap and cheerful, those things that will still rely upon touchy-feely, going to a local shop. Do you think that will still be there, though?
No, your local shops are going to disappear, definitely. The smaller businesses, they're going to disappear, definitely, unfortunately. But it's going to be, like Lakhi said, it's going to be the big companies that are going to be there for the long term. But the small business is definitely going to disappear, which is a shame because it's people's livelihoods. And what are they going to do?
Okay, is it? I mean, I know it sounds really drastic, but we've seen it in the movies, haven't we? That everything is virtual. You order everything virtually, but I mean, in a movie to see it, it is just a movie, isn't it? They don't tell you ultimately you've got to call the plumber in because the toilet, the sump is broken. In the movies, everything's perfect, so it's just like that new sci-fi flat, and there's